Hello, one and all, and welcome back to Catalysts of Chaos. I'm your Dungeon Master, Dave. Join me as we once again tag along with our band of plucky adventurers and see what mischief they get up to. Now, without any further ado, let the chaos commence.
Alright, but does anyone remember where we were?
We were literally heading towards this melee.
Yes.
Like he was cleaning bandages, I was rolling up bandages, Haley was
I had my
shuffling
helmet on.
about.
We were walking literally to the arena.
I asked apparently inappropriate questions about love lives because apparently tall folk are ashamed of their bodies or something stupid.
Wait, what? Who are you? What? I
Well,
don't remember the position.
You sharing the bed with the two other men that night before. I just blatantly asked you, so did you guys
Fuck.
fuck? Yeah, literally just us. So did you guys fuck?
Yeah, and the elf just ignores the entire comment. Turns around and walks away.
Or walk faster, because
Yes.
we were walking them. I just perhaps walk faster. That would not be appropriate.
Correct.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad thing in our culture. I mean, monogamy is not a common concept.
No,
If you're monogamous, that reduces the chances and likelihood of the third son coming about. You got to split that seed.
Exactly. I've written in mine that occasionally when goblins reach old age, they'll occasionally form like polyamorous households with a few of them to help look after each other.
Of course you did.
I like it.
Anyway.
no, it's not appropriate since I'm in charge of them on a lot of missions. That would complicate matters. And, well, I've kind of seen them grown up as children, so it's a bit weird, to be honest.
So you know what they're into. That's good, right?
Please stop.
Oh,
No, as character.
Oh,
I mean, I guess if she spanks them, it takes on a whole new turn.
Mommy? Endo, I can't hear your words.
You hit 18. It's mistress now. That's exactly how that.
Sorry, my
Yep, there you go.
thing decided that you know what, we're gonna not let me hear you and vice versa. For a
Nice.
moment, like
Good.
a fucking idiot.
Yeah, sweet.
It's alright.
like
You
Yeah,
missed
it's currently updating the firmware in my webcam, so if
Oof.
it shits itself in a little bit, that's why.
It's doing a thing.
Yeah, it keeps flashing green, which is probably the firmware updating, which will be fine in like a couple of minutes. Sure, it'll be fine. Nothing will happen.
You're all set, apparently.
Oh, he's frozen. Beep boop.
Oh no, he is frozen. Oh no, Luke's frozen. Oh no. No, he's not.
You know, I wouldn't put it past Hendo to just stay completely still to make us think he's frozen. Like with the look on his face,
Oh, that's just.
it
So
does
dark.
look like a freezable face. Just
But he's
waiting
not-
to see if it blinks.
He could have blinked by now.
No, not necessarily.
He's that talented, is he?
Yeah. Staring at him.
I tried to make his thing bigger, but now it's thinking about it, and I can't see his face. He could have blinked when I missed it.
Well, I've been looking a while.
It's a conspiracy.
blinking.
See, he's blinking at the exact same time you're blinking.
That's
But there's multiple of us looking.
Oh no, I think it's because I clicked away. It's just taken away the frozen picture, and now it's just trying to connect to him.
aw. It
Yeah, it's being stupid.
There it is. You
we
can
get to hear
him.
him.
Yeah, it's updating, currently 18%, and then it just was like, you know what?
Why?
So it'll take a few minutes.
Why is it doing that?
I guess if you need someone to help make a soundboard for your undead Bubba, you could borrow a Hendo.
Just, Endo, come over here with your mouth. But I only need the mouth.
I am pretty good at making stupid noises.
Sometimes the mouth is all you need.
Luke's just there doing some odd dance moves.
Hey, I'm skilled, all right? I'm the chosen
Mm,
one. I can do nothing wrong.
You can do
Especially
many
then.
things wrong.
What if you're chosen to do the wrong thing?
Then I'm doing the right thing. Obviously. That's how
It
it
was
works.
preordained for him to not succeed at that task because it was a valuable lesson that would help him in the future.
Was a wild experience.
What happens if he succeeds at it then, but he's supposed to fail?
Then I wasn't supposed to fail because I succeeded. Obviously.
And we don't actually know the prophecy, so we can't tell what he's actually supposed to do.
Does anyone know the prophecy is the real question.
There are some people that know the prophecy.
Of course I
But
do.
David is not one of them.
No,
Well,
I've got a pretty good
How would
idea
I
of what it
know
is.
one if nobody knew the prophecy?
Okay, so I have a pretty good idea what it is. I haven't nailed it down yet, but I know the rough outline of it. But more importantly, I know the important things involving Luke and Veronica that they don't know about themselves.
Interesting.
Oh no. Don't tell me she's my stepsister.
Nah.
Good.
Nah.
Because if she gets stuck, I'm not helping.
Jesus Christ. What are you doing, sir?
Somehow I wish he was born with like a goblin-shaped foot birthmark on his ass for me just trying to kick him out of the fucking womb.
This is a permanent bruise.
Answered your question there, Luke.
Oh, yeah, right. I was not paying attention.
Are you on push to talk?
Hey! No.
It's back.
You may
I was
want to
originally
because
trying
I'm
to
hearing
reduce
myself.
the resolution because it kept on saying
Yes.
and spazzing out the last session. It's like, that's why, because it was set too high.
Yeah, the thing is, I have to pick up the microphone all the time on the recording. Yeah. Because I can't pick up myself through Discord. Yeah. So, I may as well have myself on push. I mean, I can put myself on push to talk. Are you hearing yourself? Okay.
That's alright, don't worry about it.
No.
I don't know
just mute me.
I don't want to upset you, but we can hear you too.
Unfortunate, really. Because if you mute me and you can just hear me over, like, in the room, that'll mean that you won't. Yeah. As long as you can hear me fine.
But that won't stop the echo for them.
I like to think I don't look that badass just yet.
Okay.
That's
Same.
alright. I
No,
just
no.
need to talk more quietly so it's not like.
I will put it back on push to talk.
There's also the issue that if you talk too loud, it will peak and your mic will cut out.
Mine's set up different. It's got a thing where if it hits a certain level, it just keeps the volume there.
I see.
Yeah. So I can scream into it, and it'll only stay at about, I think it tops out at -10.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Matt's shits itself when it gets too loud.
Mine.
Yeah. When we were doing whichever game it was, and you were doing the barbarian, it's like roar thing. When you got halfway through your scream, it just went silent before that sound would kick in again.
Nice.
Actually, that was
like to
probably mostly me
imagine-
cutting off, honestly.
Actually, it
so
could
I was
be,
sort
yeah.
of trying to turn it up a bit.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, so we're all heading to the melee, is that correct?
Yes.
I believe
Yeah.
so, yes.
Well,
Yeah.
depends where the bird is, I guess.
Matt, you would have spent your morning doing what exactly?
Do you want to do like an official start thing for the
Nope.
recording?
We're just going to cut this one into the previous game and make it look like one session.
No, so I'm just gonna do like openings and stuff like that myself, so I don't have to deal with you Muppets, and then just cut it in. Because
See, he's smart. He's learned.
but I'm also not gonna have myself, so I don't have to look at myself whilst I'm doing it. I'll just have something else
Lovely
fancy.
in your own eyes as you speak to the camera.
Yes. Look into my eyes.
Which ones?
All of them.
But I only got the two to look with.
Sploosh.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so Matt, what have you been doing this morning? You probably would have woken up rather early because that's your standard routine. You came into town with a caravan of dwarves and a couple of goblins that you made friends with and have come north with.
Have I been speaking to these people before, or we sort of been separated for the time being? So it would have been like I maybe made plans to catch up with them somewhere down the line.
Possibly, yeah.
Mm.
No worries. Well, if that's the case, you might have separated off and gone off on your own for a little bit.
Yeah, but I had an intention to like meet up with him in
Yeah.
a couple of days or something. Yeah.
Yeah, no dramas. Cool. So, you probably have just got into town. And why is there a flower?
It's part of the new hat, obviously.
Hasn't got the hat yet.
Not yet. Yeah, so you've just got into town. It's probably getting on to about late morning, early afternoon, sort of somewhere between 11 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you wanted to do in town before catching up with your friends?
No, not really. I'm actually pretty poor at the moment, so certainly not going to be buying anything.
Yeah, nice.
No, honestly, he at the moment because he's not really familiar with the area.
Not quite, no.
So he's probably not going to be looking for any work yet. Not until he's sort of got a
Oh, yeah,
better
fair
idea of how the lay of the land works.
No worries. Alright, so if that's the case, you'll probably just be spending some general time getting to know the lay of the land, as you were saying, so...
Mm-hmm.
I take it that includes standing in a corner looking shady?
He doesn't need to look stand in a corner to look shady.
he can achieve that perfectly fine in the middle of the crowd?
He just stands in a well-lit room and everything goes dark around him.
Oh yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay, so... would you be able to roll me... it'll be your choice of society or perception.
Society or perception?
Yes.
Perception. Ah, yeah, there it is. Okay. I'll do one on perception because that's slightly better for
Yeah.
me. 14 total.
14 total? Yeah, so, you know, there is a lot going on at the moment, so it's a bit hard to get a lay of the land. It's going to probably take you a little bit longer than it normally would in this situation to be able to sort of get a feel for the town, as it were, because, you know, there's a lot of extra people here. There's just a lot going on at the moment, so
yeah,
there's a lot of hubbub and out of the normal comings and goings, so yeah. But at this stage, I mean, you can see a fair bit of general, I wouldn't call it disorder, but it's unruliness would probably be a better way of describing it. Like, you can see street urchins running around and you basically watch as a couple of them do the whole, one distracts the person while the other one steals the coin purse trick. You can see a couple of, they make a very good show of making it look like they're honest, you know, people trying to entertain the crowds and all that kind of stuff, but you basically watch as they essentially steal money off of people, for want of a better term. So, whilst there's a facade of this is a nice place, there is definitely an undercurrent of not necessarily evil,
clearly
but
see the corruption in
yeah, there's a lot of corruption, as it were.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, you know, as a person of your particular persuasion, you're definitely not opposed to corruption.
No, but I don't like seeing the weak taken advantage of either, so...
Fair.
I'm assuming I can't see any other Astelar, or haven't seen any other Astelar.
No, you don't very often see many off of the island. It's relatively rare for Astellari to head off the island in the first place, and if they do, they're usually they like to stick close to ports where they can get home fairly quickly if they need to. So yeah, seeing any this far into land, let alone this far into the country, is probably a very rare sight.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Do I have a location I would say I'd met these guys? Probably at a tavern nearby or something, I'm
I would
presuming.
figure that would be the case. That's the usual place to meet up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so whilst this is all happening, the rest of the other 5 individuals of this group. Wait, 4. Sorry, my bad.
6.
6? Yes. No, 7. Technically.
Who's the
Thomas.
seventh?
You cow.
Cow.
No, I was thinking. So there are the 2 goblins, the elf, the gnome, and the 2 assistants for.
Yeah.
Thomas in
Fair.
But you also forgot your Princess Sparkles and Floki.
Sorry, but they're not people.
I mean, that's your description.
They may be familiar to us, but they are not people.
Yeah, fair. But yes, with that, you guys have headed outside the eastern gate, because there's no room inside the city to actually set up the arenas and the jousting tournament area and all that kind of stuff. So they've set it up just outside the eastern gate. But there's a nice open plain where there was once a lot of dead people, but not anymore. At some stage. Anyway, but you walk outside to see large crowds have gathered. There's people lining up around the outskirts of what appears to be 10 different arenas set up for what looks to be small one-on-one duels.
Sure.
As well as there's also a large crowd around the jousting arena, because that's been going since basically early morning. They've been going pretty much non-stop to try and get through everything. Like, it's going to be a couple of days to get through the tournament. So, but yes, as was identified last time, Haley, your first match was 8, and Luke, yours was Haley's first match was round 3, and Luke's was 8. Yeah.
Yeah, because I signed up late.
Yeah.
Later.
But yes, so there is quite a few.
Is it too late for me to sign up, brother? Maybe give it a shot?
Well, I mean, I just threw my glyphs down.
If you would like to sign up, then that's an option.
I mean, I'm not really the strongest for hitting things, but I mean, I need the practice, so might as well.
There's also the bard, if you have any skills in that area.
I thought we already discussed that me setting fire to things was not allowed.
Music. Performance.
Yes, you asked about my skills.
Wait,
Do
yes.
your musical skills involve a can of beans?
No, that's his musical skills, and it's jerky, not
All
beans.
right.
I mean, it's 6 1/2 dozen the other at that point.
Pretty much.
Mm.
Okay, so how much was it, mister?
It's 1 silver.
1 silver?
Mhm.
Okay.
And with you will just get in on round 10 for yours.
Just as long as I don't have to fight him.
No, well, not yet, at least. Okay, so what we're going to do is I need each of you to roll 6 attacks with your weapon of choice.
First combat of the game.
Not quite.
Not exactly combat. Oh.
Well, rather than having to do like 6 rounds of combat for each person, what I'm going to do is just, because the first couple of rounds you're probably going to get paired up against somebody that is not quite up to your skill level. In theory. Yeah, there's a lot of commoners that have, signed up for this, and commoners are not. You could easily take on a commoner. You have actual training.
Yes.
I've sparred with the long ones before.
You
The
have.
key is to go for the knees.
Or the groin.
What are the rules in relation to magic?
If you don't ask the rules, then they don't apply.
In regards to...
The combat, is it weapons only or is it any abilities?
Well, it's a melee, so I guess that depends on what sort of magic you're using.
I'm guessing setting fire to things isn't okay?
No, if you're using offensive magic, that's not okay. Most defensive magic should be acceptable, but
Well,
offensive magic, not okay.
I was kind of hoping this melee could be a good idea for us to understand a bit about what our character can do. I haven't really ever had a fighter character before.
They hit things.
True. All my characters have been wizards or bar. So, or ranger. I suppose I've had a ranger. That's true.
That's basically a person.
Have
who hits
indeed had a
things.
ranger.
Had a ranger.
Oh, I threw 6 rolls up in the most inconvenient manner possible because I have no idea how to do it all together.
You're so good at this.
Deal with that.
Okay, let's figure this out.
And I also need to know what everyone's AC is.
19.
18.
Oops.
Although I'm a bit. The shield thing is a bit weird.
Shield just adds to your AC, doesn't it?
So the way shields work now is that if you use an action to raise a shield, then you can use a reaction to block with the shield. And it basically counts as damage reduction. So instead of taking damage on yourself, the shield takes damage.
Yes, but I have the shield attached to me, but I don't have a shield HP where it says shield HP.
It's an invulnerable shield. Good job. High five.
But it has 0 HP.
It's an invulnerable shield. Good job. High five.
You don't have a shield, you have a shield boss.
Wait.
Is that supposed to attach a shield?
No. So what's that? It's the round thing on the front of a shield that you use to beat people. You don't actually have a shield. You have like the little round bit at the front. So you know when you look at like
there's a name for those. It's
Yeah.
not the boss. That's I know what you mean. It's
You basically got a buckler.
buckler. That's it. Yes.
No, it's not even a buckler. It's just the metal bit here that your hand goes.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
Can I change that because that is an accident.
You've still got some money. So what we'll do? Hold on.
So she's basically got
Hold
the
on.
medieval version of brass knuckles.
Yeah, essentially.
It's a bowl that you can use as a frisbee.
I want a shield.
That's fine. We can get you a shield. That's no dramas.
Hold on, I'm math wrong.
Okay. Shield boss, shield bow.
Don't want the boss. Shield boss.
I mean, do you not want the boss? Because that way you can shield bash.
I don't think I can afford it.
You've got 2 gold. A steel shield is 2 gold. A wooden shield is
I
1
have
gold.
1 silver piece left.
That's all you need.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
That wouldn't get me a night at a tavern.
You got friends. Don't worry about it. For eating, like you don't need coppers to buy a
I don't have
tavern.
any gold pieces. Oh, no, I do. I have 1 and a silver and 4 silvers.
Okay, so a shield boss is 5 silver. Did you want to swap that straight for a steel shield, which will leave you with 6 silver? Okay.
Yeah.
That.
I thought I'd done the inventory all well, and I was like, I don't need help. I can do this. Yes.
Okay, you now have a shield, and you have 20 shield HP.
Yay.
Good job.
All right, now I'm rolling.
It also
6.
has hardness 5. So basically, what that means is you take off 5 damage before it starts taking damage.
Okay. All right. So you said
I know that it's just looking at to make sure everything I'd done was correct.
Nat 1. Nice. Solid.
Yeah, that's me.
Nailed it.
Yes, I don't know how to do this multiple times without just pressing multiple times.
V, you have to roll one more. Wait, what?
Yeah, I mixed up the math on what I'd rolled.
Right.
So I was remathing it.
I forgot I'd done this. Jeez, I don't even need my character sheet up on the screen here.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Do you want me to just do it again, hun?
No, that's fine.
So just 5 times, right?
6.
6 times.
Oh, hey.
He did. You came right, he just flinged your boss at him, caught him right in the neck. Down it goes.
So the second lot, is that the correct amount?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's one missing off it, and I don't remember which one it was that was the wrong amount, so I just rolled again.
No, that's fine.
It's not. So,
Right. So what are we doing with those 6 rolls?
I'm using
Okay.
them for things.
Okay.
and then, yeah, AC. So it needs to be. Should.
Yes, it's 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 9. Better.
So I rolled again, and it was a total of 23. Or you can just use the numbers above it. I don't know. I rolled too many die, and then I started adding the numbers to it, and then I was adding 7 instead of 5 to some of them, but not all of them. It was weird, so then I had to remember which ones I'd rolled. But I mean, the nat 1's still nat 1, but yeah.
It'll be fine. Okay. Azula, what did you get? Oh, Jesus.
You don't know. They could be a diamond in the rough with these commoners. Maybe some of them are, come in even just for the tournament to show off their skills at arms for potential jobs, or to become part of that guild that's got a lot of renown here.
His name had better not be Henry. I bloody hate Henry.
I'm not sure who I'm fighting against. I've got my helmet on the whole time, by the way.
Random peasants just punching peasants in the face.
Be funny when the peasants
Nice.
punch back and you're wearing plate.
Yeah.
Oh,
There are a few people here wearing full plate, so,
I've just got chainmail.
Okay, so
Wanda, da, 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 da.
How the hell do you know that song?
I really don't know. It just suddenly got stuck in my head.
Yeah, it happens a lot around here.
it does indeed. So the first round goes well for all of you, surprisingly enough.
See, I tricked him by looking small and dumb. No, I punched him right in the dick. One swift uppercut, and he goes.
I watched. I was on the sidelines.
My knuckles are still a bit sore from that.
Can't say it was the most honourable fight I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was awful. Look at him down there, vomiting still.
So, Kara, yours is probably the closest. You're up against one of the guard who has sort of entered off whilst they've got a bit of time off. You come in to the ring and you size each other up, and he just sort of looks down at you a little bit and gives you a bit of a. It's a half a look of, are you sure you want to do this, and half a look of, oh, you're gonna die.
Excellent.
I'm not willing that
I
The
can
better
see.
part is that, Veronica,
can
we can't hear anything you're saying because it's push to talk.
I forgot about that. I'm just like, look, I'm not really the bestest of fighters, but I mean, my brother's the chosen one, so I need to get stronger. So I'm going to give it my bestest shot, okay? I promise I'm not going to punch you in the nuts like he did to his partner.
Use a
uh,
stick instead.
he gets a few good hits in, but you manage to beat him down. Even though he doesn't, he doesn't really he doesn't concede, but you definitely get him into a position where he's no longer able to fight. So the fight is called at that point. Azula, your fight is over in about 15 seconds. You're
Yeah, you just hold your fist up and run into it.
essentially, yeah, you're up against a little farm boy who looks like he's barely 15. Who's probably saved up all the money he's earned off of his family for the last probably couple of years to be able to come in and fight in the tournament to prove that how good he is.
Okay, if I saw this, then I would probably, okay, you don't know, but when we have LARP and you have newcomers into it and you just play with them a little bit, you actually don't go
Make a show out of it.
real hardcore.
So you got
Okay.
tease the poor bugger about it.
No,
So-
I'm going to give him a bit of a boost and let him have a few swings when not.
Okay. Yeah, so essentially what happens then is that he comes in and charges at you, and you basically block every single attack that comes at you. You sidestep most of them. One or two you actually have to raise your shield for, but none of them come close to hitting you at all. And yeah, you try and help him a little bit, but every time you block his blow, he seems to get more frustrated, and the swings quickly become wilder and wilder. And it eventually gets to the point where you're just like, he's not learning anything anymore. So you basically just end the fight by he comes at you with a wild overhead swing, and you just trip him, step to the side as he falls onto the ground, and put your sword directly into the back of his neck. And he just sort of,
You have potential, though. I saw a lot of potential. If you want to do better in your skills, come by the Adorable Order Church, and perhaps we will be able to train you a little bit.
Fuck you, Henry, you worthless piece of shit.
Kakran, your fight is definitely one-sided, but it's at least against someone that can put up a bit of a fight. But even saying that, they don't land a single blow on you at all throughout the entire fight, and you just basically dismantle their defense.
Like I said, go for the knees.
Yeah.
How did Matt do?
Did Matt enter?
Matt, no, not Matt Elklum. Matt.
No, yeah,
Oh,
Matt.
that
Matt,
right.
the follower.
God, I wish you'd picked a different PC name. I really do.
It's fine, don't worry about it. He does okay. He manages to win his fight, but it's a close call.
Okay, good job.
Yeah. He comes out of the arena and he is winded, physically winded from the fight. And you look at his opponent and you're like, yeah, I could probably beat him in about 4 shots, but anyway.
No. Still training. It's fine.
So,
Good job.
round 2. So you all move on to the next round.
Round 2. Oh, my sword.
Nice.
My sword.
4, 1, 2,
I haven't really had to use it too much yet.
4, 5.
We'll see if this next round is a bit more of a challenge.
Okay, so it looks like everyone's going to continue making it through, which is interesting.
I'm sorry, what?
That old slurry.
Excuse me, sir, how?
You rolled decent enough.
With the nat 1.
Oh, but the nat 1. No, the nat 1 might beat you this time.
Who got the nat 1?
V, I believe.
Ooh. Might have been a trick.
That puts you with
No, the nat
3.
It's the first guy that's actually got plate armor. Smacks with the stick, just bounces off.
Okay, so this one we're actually going to have to play out.
Yes. Who's this?
V.
It'd been my
So,
character.
Kara, you walk into the arena, and standing across from you is a man that is wearing just some plain leathers, but is probably the biggest individual that you had ever seen. You can see on his hands he's got burn marks. He's got a big black bushy beard, and he's wearing like he's got bits of leather on, but over the top of it all, he's wearing a big black blacksmith's apron. And in his hand, he's just got a big hammer.
Not a harp, is he?
Hello.
He just sort of looks down at you. I'll try and be gentle.
I'm Kara. This is Floxy. Floxy won't be staying for the fight.
That is a good idea, little one. Now, I give you your chance to back out now, before you get hurt.
Has the match officially started?
Not yet.
So at what point do they have to count us in? Do they have
Yeah.
to say start? Okay, so I can't just do exactly what he suggested?
No.
Okay then.
So you just stand there and ignore him?
It's like, the in the dick is your move, brother, not mine.
The chosen one is willing to share.
The chosen one is really shit. Nice.
I'm a nice brother.
Cool. I'm gonna is it a big hammer?
Yeah, it's a big two-handed hammer.
Cool. I am going to get ready to run into close quarters because he is got something of a long range, staying out in a further out range. I'm going to be better in close quarters with the staff than I am with. But I'll try and run around him, I suppose. Be nimble about it.
Okay. Try and be nimble.
I'm like a small target, right? I'm nifty. I could be.
Sure. Okay, so you both stand there squaring off. He just sort of grabs the hammer in a big two hands and, basically waits for the official to start the match.
I do some little dodgy side to sides, a little. I see my brother do this. Apparently, it's a good thing. I'd say that to the blacksmith.
He's not talking anymore. He's just staring at you.
Squish.
With that, the crowd goes quiet. You not. Well, you keep leaving your mic open.
Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, with that, the crowd goes quiet as the official walks up to the edge of the arena. He goes, Goblin, are you ready?
Yes.
Blacksmith, you stand ready? He goes, aye. All right. Let the fight commence and roll initiative.
Best initiative of the game.
16 on the die. Let me open up my.
All right. So... Oh my god, really?
That sounds good.
That's an 18 total for me.
Okay, you beat him. So you get to go first.
Cool.
All right. What are you doing?
I am going to charge in, holding my stuff, and I'm going to try and bring it up square in between the legs.
Okay.
She learned quick.
Essentially, if you had a bat or a lever where one is pushing, one is pulling, so that way the stuff gets right up into his man business.
Okay. Roll an attack.
We'll square up one day.
That's an 18 on the die.
Okay.
The staff is two-handed.
Yep.
So that is a 23 to hit his genitals, please.
Okay, so with a 23, you definitely get the staff up in the right area.
Remember, it's very nobly stuff. It's a shillelagh for a medium-sized creature.
Jesus. All right. The crowd lets out a large cheer as you charge forward, and then immediately there's this ooh. Let's see.
Goblins. And I wonder why they have a bad reputation.
Yep. So you see him wince, and like he seems to take a half step back as you hit him, but the armor he's wearing, coupled with the blacksmith's like apron, must have cushioned the blow somewhat, because he sort of recovers much quicker than you're expecting and comes down towards you with a large two-handed swing of the hammer.
Back of the knee! Back of the knee!
With this system, do you get multiple attacks per round if you spend all of your actions attacking?
Yes. Well, no. So you get 3 actions a round. You can use them for anything you want. So you've used 1 to move, 1 to attack. So you've got 1 left.
But there's a negative on the further attack.
-5 on the second attack, -10 on the third.
Okay. Is he wearing shoes?
He is, yes.
Okay. All right. I 5-foot step around and I try and get him in the back of the knee, as the chosen one has said.
Okay.
Just
Just fold that sucker up.
and then it's at -5.
Yeah.
So that'll be a total of 10.
10? Yeah. So you move to the side and swing towards him, and he just sort of lifts the foot out of the way, and it just swings underneath his foot as he plants it back down and prepares to swing at you with these heavy hit from his large hammer. So with a 21, I think that's going to do it, isn't it?
That will hit me.
Okay. And then he's going to use his second attack. And that'll be a 12. That won't hit you, I don't think, will it?
Nope. My AC is 15.
And then the third attack. And the third attack's definitely going to miss quite severely. So he hits you with the first one. But the other 2 just swing far too wide. Yeah, so it's your turn. What are you doing?
How much damage does it do?
That's not important right now.
Well, no, the question is, does it knock me out? Does it, like, just hurt a little?
You'll take 5 damage.
Okay.
Is she going to cast that?
Oh, did I press it? I was trying. Does casting a spell provoke an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
So can I 5-foot step back and cast it?
There is a step ability. Yes.
So would that be an action?
Yes.
Okay, so to be an action to move, an action to cast it, but then I wouldn't be able to attack, would I?
Well, you've got 3 actions.
Okay.
But you would be out of range.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Can you cast offensively as one of your actions? How does the system work?
Okay.
Hmm?
Bad interference. How many short bows does he have? My God.
Actually, what I'll do is I'll attack him, move, and then put the mage armor on.
Yeah, so you're gonna attack him first and then step away and do the mage armor?
Yeah, that's fine because in
Yeah.
2E we don't have to
No,
attack as the last action, so that's fine.
no.
Yeah, I'll attack first,
Yeah.
move away, and cast mage armor.
Cool.
That is
So-
21 to hit.
Casting mage armor actually takes 2 attacks. 2 actions.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, I've already rolled to hit, so that's a 21 to hit.
Okay. Matt's just pulling out weapons.
Yeah, I love short bows.
Oh, you can actually see my character sheet there, can you?
Short sword, short. Yeah, you're just pulling out weapons.
Fucking
Ah, right.
playing with these weapons. Nice.
Ah, yeah, I didn't know that's how it worked.
No, that's fine.
It's cool.
Okay.
It's no damage for the dart.
How much damage did you do, sorry?
I am.
I didn't roll damage. Do you want me to roll damage?
Yeah, well, I need you to roll damage so I can track how much damage you've done.
Okay.
Actions. Sorry. Draw it. Yeah, you draw it.
Sorry, I was just trying to read it.
Oh, there. And just
Okay, well that's 4 damage apparently. Because I
You
clicked
go-
the button.
You have that, so then you can see.
Yes,
Can you
so-
roll damage for your previous attack that hit as well?
1d4 plus 2. Whoops,
No, I
sorry.
didn't. Hold on.
That was an accident.
Is this doing it as single-handed though? As double-handed though?
2-handed, D8. Yep. Yeah, because holding it in 2 hands increases the amount of the size of the dice. It doesn't increase damage from your strength.
I'm loving this.
Oh.
So you can come and check my roll if you want, but I rolled an 8 on the die, so that's 10 for the first one.
Okay, with that hit, he is not looking very good at the moment. So you were aiming for the back of his knee, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so
I
you
did
basically...
10 damage to his genitals, and then 4 damage to the back of the knee. How's it look?
Yeah, so with that hit, he's down on one knee at this point and breathing quite heavy as you've done some serious damage to him. What are you doing?
Oh, if that's the case, then I don't need the mage armor. I'm going to try and whack him on the head.
Okay.
His head is now at reachable height, yes?
Correct.
Okay. Gunk. I said sorry, I cocked my die, but still on the computer and then went off the table. 13 would be plus 5, but it's not because the minus 5, so that is just 13. To hit
The 13 will hit him.
over the head.
Yeah, and with that, you basically smack him up the back of the head, and he falls forward onto the ground, and you hear him. He's still breathing, but he's out.
As I go to hit him, I would just like to say, "Sweet dreams."
Nice. Okay, so.
Oh my god, Luke was so aggressively clapping, his hand was a blur.
Nice.
I tell you now you're doing it right.
Isn't that easy?
So, everyone has successfully made it through round 2.
Floxy does some little circly loop-de-loops in the air, as I'm sure my brother cheers me on. And I feel like, oh, shucks, okay.
There
Does
is
not
definitely a
make
lot of
round
applause.
two.
There is definitely a lot of applause and cheers coming from the crowd, as it would appear that quite a few people have probably just made a fair bit of money on you.
And a lot more lost a bit.
Azula, can you fix my damage? You're from a church. I took a little bit of ouchies. You said the church provides. Can you fix?
I mean, I still have From there.
But with a needle and thread.
Try to do some first aid. It's not really my forte, though, to be honest. I mostly protect and bodyguard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can try to do first aid. Would you like me to try?
Is that a thing that you can do?
You can
don't
treat
think that would
wounds.
Will that help with the damage?
It should do.
Cool.
Hold on.
The joys of a whole new system.
So, to treat wounds, you spend 10 minutes treating one injured living creature. Target is then temporarily immune to treat wounds for an hour. Blah, blah, blah. So, it's a DC... So, it's a DC 15 check on medicine.
If I'm untrained, I can't do it then?
Right, I'm sure that there would be a hero here peddling their wares for the fight. Surely.
I don't even check what skills I have.
The hand.
So, it does...
Oh, that one.
You've got to have healer's tools.
No, I've got nothing.
Yeah. So, if you don't have healer's tools, you can't do it.
I'm just a massive shield.
There would, in fact, be a medic getting around, though. So, we will... Dice.
I have a -1 in medicine. I can do it.
But you're untrained. See,
Yeah, I know.
training.
I still have -1.
Yep, so they'd be able to treat you, so you will get back... Eight hit points.
Nice.
Are they doing this free of cause or are they getting paid?
They're probably getting paid by the people running the tournament, but they're not. They're not being paid. You don't have to pay them.
We don't have to pay them. That's
No.
excellent. Because I'm like, if I get injured, I might just stay injured until I get to the church.
Hey, brother, should we maybe bet on the next round?
Who is it? Who's next?
Well, like you and me, we're doing pretty good. Do you think it would be worth investing in us?
You should find a... What are they called? Book E?
Book
In-
E.
A book E, or is it book E or e-book? What is the E for?
I don't know. I've just heard it before.
Okay.
You can see some men walking around that are they're like yelling out numbers and people's names.
Cool. All right. We better find out who's actually... fuck, we don't need to know who's fighting next. We'll just bet on the one that sounds the coolest.
Yes, which will be you, Kakran, because you're the chosen one.
But I'm not fighting next, I don't think. Am I?
No, but we will be fighting again. I'm saying we bet on ourselves. Or at least on you, because you're good at this.
I like the idea. Yes, this is good. Well, yes.
Okay, so with that in mind, the other two fights for the round go unimpeded. Both Kakran and Azula both make it through with no issues whatsoever.
What about Matt?
Unfortunately, Matt gets knocked out in this round, so he is unable to continue.
It's alright.
No.
Yeah, but both of you end up fighting. They're not nobles, but they're not guard or anything like that. They actually seem like they were proper, like, mercenaries, essentially. Probably coming into town. Yeah, probably coming into town as caravan escorts. And they have decided to see if they can make some money on dueling in the pits, essentially.
Somewhere in the background, you hear a rusty voice yell, say, "Fuck you, Henry, I fucking hate your guts."
Which one is Henry?
It doesn't matter. We just don't bet on that one.
Okay, but going into round 3. Alrighty, so how are we looking going into this one? So 2, 4. The cuck run doesn't do too badly.
Can we put money on the fights though?
So you certainly can.
Okay. So Kakran, I have 2 gold, 6 silver. You have 3 gold, 2 silver. What if we bet 4 gold? 2 on each. 2 on you, 2 on me.
This is a good medium. Good made us Mika. Get better odds.
Exactly. All right. Okay. I will go to the yelly man with the numbers and put 2 gold on each of us. There we go.
2 gold on each of you. Interesting.
Yeah, so 2 gold on me and 2 gold on him.
Yep.
I will just take that away real quick, so I don't forget to do it later.
Cool. No dramas.
There we go.
Don't like the sound of that laughing.
Yeah, 1 silver for Henry to win. The stupid bastard.
Now I'll fight Henry.
I'm excited.
We're all about to be real poor.
Join the club.
Okay.
With this club.
Cool. Alright, so
See, brother, it's fine. The fancy lady told us that if we're in need, the church will provide. So if we lose all of our money, we
We can
do
get
good
more.
deeds for the church so the church can feed in houses. It's fine, because then we will be poor and have no money to our name. So it's win-win.
I still have some, I guess.
She
I
doesn't
mean,
need to
you
know that.
We should eat for free, right?
You guys can make money before.
We did.
Yeah, and you can make more.
Yeah. Or we could just eat for free, as you promised.
I did not promise that.
I mean, words to that effect were said.
The church will provide, yeah, but
Yeah.
you have to provide service to the church.
We
too.
did. We folded bandages.
And I cleaned bandages. Both of these are services, and it was to the church.
You know what? We could probably negotiate food on that behalf with you doing that.
Indeed, you could. Alright, so, but with this, going into this round, So Azula, you just managed to come out on top. It's a little bit, it probably would have been a bit closer if you didn't have your shield, but you're able to block quite a few blows coming in and you're easily able to, maneuver your way around the fight. Kakran, you're just too quick and too small for the person that you're up against. Simply able to move out of the way of their weapons as they're coming down towards you, and then you basically just... You've seen Robert Downey Jr. in the first Sherlock Holmes when he's fighting in the... Yeah. Every time he comes, the man goes to, throw a fist at him, and he just slaps him in the face. It's essentially what you're doing. You're just doing the whole fight. It's just moving him around you and just slapping him in the face. And then he, constantly infuriating him as the fight goes on. And right at the end, he comes and does essentially what happened in Azula's first fight. He comes at you with a giant overheaded swing. You step to the side, trip him up, and as he's falling, you just smack him in the back of the head and he's unconscious on the ground. But...
In the elbow.
Kara, we're going to need to fight yours because you are heinously outmatched. You're up against a man that is wearing some good quality gear. He's wearing proper leather armor with, a longbow on his back that he takes off before he comes into the ring, and he pulls out a rapier. And there's just something about the glint on it that to you seems like it's not just a normal sword.
Can I detect magic while
You can certainly detect magic.
detect magic?
Yeah, it's magic.
He's cheating.
No.
Magic.
It's not powerful magic, but there's definitely some kind of simple check.
I will use my mage armor this round.
Okay. So you're going to put that on before the battle starts?
Well, it's only got a limited duration, but I'll do it like just before it starts.
Yeah, just as basically as the official says.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, cool. All right. He finishes like he takes off his cloak and puts it with his bow and quiver and all that kind of stuff, and sort of turns around and leads towards you a little bit with a nice flourish of the rapier as he puts it in front of his face and bows deeply towards you. This is to a fine jewel, good lady.
I may be good, but I don't know about a lady. And I hold my little stick and I'm like, hello, this is the first time I've been in fights like this. What's your name?
My name is Don Tulio.
Don Tulio. Okay,
It's
Tara.
It's very nice to meet you. To have got this far in the tournament, you must be doing quite well. You must be very proud of yourself. This is your first time fighting.
I've got to be good. My brother is the chosen one. It is my job to protect him. Also, that's Floxy.
Yeah, Floxy's just sort of like fluttering above your head and sort of does a little bit of a backflip as they head back over towards the edge of the yeah, good. Essentially accurate.
Now, Haley, you just need to knacker him with that stuff and you'll be fine.
All right.
He's on it.
So once again, the official comes to the edge as the crowd once more goes quiet. Is Makara, are you ready? Don Tulio, I see you are prepared. He sort of waves his rapier in front of him. All right. And with that, let the battle commence. So roll your initiative.
I really don't go first. At all. In the slightest.
Yeah, nice.
I rolled a net one.
Nice. All right, so with that, he takes a quick couple of steps forward towards you and plunges the rapier towards you. So he is going to...
There's a tableau in the background.
So for the first hit, first strike, comes in. He rolls high. He must be coming, not used to fighting someone of your stature, but comes in with the second attack. And again, swings far wider than he would have liked. You can see he looks visibly annoyed at this, as he feels like he probably should have just ended this fight within the first couple of seconds of it beginning. And that's his round done. As he sort of finishes with that, he places the rapier in front of him in preparation for your retaliation.
Cool. I feel like he already knows the in the balls trick. What does his ankles look like?
He's wearing proper leather armor, so it is relatively well defended against, say, angry goblins with a stick.
But backs in the knee?
Probably not so much.
Doesn't really cover. Cool. I'm gonna aim for the back of the knee.
Okay.
And I'm going to go for a big two-handed swing, so I'll step to the side and do a whack.
Okay. Roll your attack.
We need to stop now.
You might want to play this one out, Ellie. It's a natural 20.
Okay, so you take a quick step to the side, and you watch as he continues to watch you, and then with a speed that nobody was expecting, you just whack, swing around with the staff, and just back it,
crack him across the back of the knee.
See, the thing is, I probably think I'm a terrible fighter because I'm always training with my brother, who is a monk.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're terrible. You're just not as good as some other people.
No.
Do you double the plus damage for a critical in this?
Yeah.
Yep, so that is 14 damage total.
14 damage total.
You're on your knee.
To the back of his knee.
Whoop, looks down. Now you're at my height. Excellent.
Okay. So 14 damage. Yeah, so you crack, and he lets out a yell of pain as he falls down onto that knee, and you simply stand there and like sort of chuckle a little bit at him as he looks up at you with these eyes of, you know, burning hatred. But there's also this look of, oh shit.
Can I keep attacking him?
You certainly
Or
can.
is he yielding?
No, he's not yielding.
Okay. Let's try to put him to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
13 again.
13's not going to hit. He's able to just duck out of the way and rolls forward and regains his footing and gets back to his feet in the maneuver.
And the third one won't hit him.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. So with that, he's hobbling on that leg now. As you can see, it's hurt him. You have significantly hurt him, but now that you're in range, he's going to try and strike at you a couple of times. So the first blow.
I know that it doesn't technically work this way, but if I see an advantage to try and sweep the leg, I'm going to.
Okay, so with the first attack, he comes down and swings at you and lets out this roar of like anger and just misses you completely. Like it is huge out of the way. He's gonna come in with the second attack. And that's a 14 to hit. So it's going to hit you, but it's going to bounce off what little armor that you have. You see...
My AC is 20 currently.
Why?
Because I cast mage armor at the start, remember?
No, you dropped that. Probably saying, oh, I don't need that now.
That was the
No. So you ward yourself with shivering magical energy, gaining a +1 item bonus to AC. You get +1 for... If you heighten it, it does more.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, it doesn't give you a straight +4 anymore, Bubba. It's only +1.
Mm.
That's who I'm using as the bad guy to do rolls.
Oh. I just moved my character shit. I was like, there's someone behind it.
Staring at you.
Oh, that's my bad. My apologies. I misread it. I saw the +5 dexterity modifier thing, and I thought it gave me a +5 to that.
No.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, right.
No. So basically he's...
Never mind.
Yeah. So he swings in at you. You do manage to deflect it with the mage armor and what little armor you actually have on underneath. You see these magical sparks flare out as the hit just goes completely wide and misses you entirely. And he comes in for a third.
You seem so confident with this, sir. I thought you would have already skewered me on that big sticker.
So, it's not over yet, little one. So he misses all 3 attacks again. So, second round for the small goblin.
I'm going for that bad knee again.
Yep.
Have you seen them in UFC? He works that one leg and they're fucked. That's an 11.
Yep. So you miss with the first swing. He seems to be onto you now. He knows your trick. Did you roll in that 20?
Oh, but do you want to come and check?
It's fine. I believe
You
you.
physically can. I'm pretty sure these are Jordan's old dice.
All right, so with that, you basically swing your shillelagh around, and you sort of hold it for a half second, and he moves the knee out of the way, expecting you to just go through with it. And then as he puts the knee down, the shillelagh just smacks and hits him in the side. And you watch as he goes to put weight on it, and the knee just, you hear this cracking sound as he lets out a roar of pain, and the knee just gives way entirely underneath him, and he falls forward, and then it just sort of, he stops at the perfect height, and you just continue around with the shillelagh and just whack straight in the side of the head, and you see his eyes roll back in his skull, and he just sort of falls onto the ground, quite unconscious.
Yeah, I did 17 damage.
Yeah, you had 4 hit points left.
Yeah, it was 17 damage I did to that
Yeah,
fucker.
good. Yes, so with that, Kara continues going on into the next round.
Brother, I did it! You are a very good teacher.
Have you guys had many battles on the road here?
I mean, wasn't too bad.
You both seem quite well adverse.
Well, we've had a little bit of practice.
Yes, only a little.
We
What
picked
do you
things-
expect? We're goblins. We have to be wary of the tall demons.
The tall demons. Yeah,
It takes
good.
so long to pick things up because you have to bend over so quick, so far. See, we're close to the ground, so we can pick things up real quick.
All right, so at this point, I will need V, Haley, and Luke to just roll me a d20.
1 times D20. There is a way to do that right there. There it is. Go, roll some.
Ooh.
Fuck
Well,
you, Henry.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, Bobby.
So
So
I'd
close.
already pre-rolled. I was gonna do like a little diplomacy check to make the crowd like me, even though I'm a goblin. And between myself and Floxy, I got a total of 19.
Oh, yeah, no, the crowd loves you. Like, they are completely behind you at this point. Like, there is no way that you should be this far into this tournament, and you are here.
I got an 18.
You got an 18? Okay. So, in that case... Oh, this is going to be interesting. So, Kakran. We'll have to fight this one out.
Here we go, boys.
Wait,
And-
did we get money back?
Yes, you did. So for Kakran's fight, you got 3 gold back. For your fight, you got 4 gold back.
Okay, I put 3 gold on each of us this time, and we keep 1 gold.
Okay.
You want to add that to yours?
Yeah, I'll handle the gambling.
You handle the gambling? Yeah, no worries.
I don't.
How did Henry do?
Henry made it through his fight.
Yeah, that worthless bastard.
Everyone's a bit confused that you seem to be following this man around that you apparently hate, but are cheering for to win.
I want him to win, but at the same time, I also want to infuriate him so much that he uses that rage in the fight.
I mean, that's one way to do it. It's definitely one way to do it. Okay, but at this point, and with the way the draws have come together, Azula is going to fight Kara,
Oh.
and Kakran is fighting Henry.
Oh, you fuck now, you big dumb bastard.
I didn't expect so soon to have to. Right.
We are getting down to the pointy end of the this is the quarterfinals. Yeah, because there's these 2 fights and another 2 fights going on. So basically, whoever wins out of these 2 goes to the semifinals. Which basically, so whoever wins out of Kara and Azula will fight the winner of Henry and Kakran. Okay, so
What's the prize, by the way? I haven't even asked.
so the prize, now that somebody has finally asked, is, and I had this written down, sorry.
Massive cooked turkey.
No, it's much more than that.
So
Probably a golden turkey.
Two
No.
golden cooked turkeys.
it's what's known as a fortress shield.
A shield? Ooh.
So it is a. Hold on, I'll bring it up for you.
I'm doing it for the experience, as I was told I must. Pardon me. Oops.
So it is also known as a portable wall. It's a type of tower shield that's actually a bit larger than a tower shield.
Do you have to have a certain amount of strength to be able to hold it?
Portable wall.
5, howdiness. No.
Wunderbar.
No, you don't have to have a particular, but it is very heavy. So it's bulk 5, which is basically half of your inventory at that point.
I was about to say tower shield on a me height is for a goblin.
It's a house.
Yeah, essentially.
Get the second one, and we can make a lean-to.
Actually. Okay. Okay, so who would like to go first? Are we doing the Henry Kakran fight, or are we doing the bout of the century?
No, let's do Henry and Kakran.
Okay, so Henry and Kakran first.
Alright.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm listening in. I'm just grabbing a drink. I need to prepare myself.
All right, let's go, you limp-wristed fuck.
you've been following him around, and as you say that, he just sort of stops and turns around and looks at you. You just see there is this hatred that is slowly growing for you, that is growing behind his eyes. You're slowly pushing him further and further to want to just beat you in the face.
I just smile at him, wave,
It was
Yeah.
him.
and then melt into the crowd.
Fade away.
Up yours, dick face.
All right, so with that, the official comes around, and Kakran, are you ready?
Always.
Henry, are you ready? He just sort of spits on the ground. All right, and with that, let the match commence. So roll me an initiative.
I did see initiative here somewhere. There it is.
I believe you're going second, sir.
This. I don't have permission to roll this scene. Apparently,
What?
has no token in this scene.
Right, hold on. There you are. Go.
What does Henry look like?
A dick face, apparently.
Wow. Are you sure he's going second? Or?
Yeah, well, Henry rolled an at 20.
Listen, you piece of shit.
That's just the rumor that I started.
Yeah, so Henry is actually one of the watch sergeants.
Ah,
Yeah,
right.
so he is not someone to be trifled with on a normal, case. But with that, he charges forward towards you, shield sort of half raised.
If we can do things before the match starts, am I able to set a stance, or is that like?
Yeah, no, you can set a stance before the battle starts if you like.
Chomp, motherfucker.
Yeah, no worries. So,
It's only one I've got, and I'm going to use it.
yep. So you go into the stance of the wolf?
Yep.
Yep, no worries. All right, so with that, he charges towards you, shield up and at the ready, and swings at you with his large warhammer. So it comes down. So that is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do it. Yep, no worries.
That'll do it.
So you are going to take 15 points of damage.
That's a. How do I take damage on this thing? There's something I can click.
So what you can do is you click on yours, and then underneath where I've rolled it on the character, you can just click damage.
Double half. Oh, damage. But yeah, there we go.
Okay.
I'm not great, but I'm still vaguely in an upright position.
Vaguely in an upright position is one way to look at it. He's opened up one of the scars on the side of your face, and it is now blood like pouring out. You probably know it simply because it's on your head, and injuries on your head are harder to deal with. Like they tend to bleed a lot more, but you're still not in a good way. And yeah, with that, he's just standing there at the ready. He doesn't seem to be underestimating you at all. What are you doing?
How does using items work? Does that cost an action to like just do it, or do I have to like pull it out of my pants?
Okay,
Do the thing?
so I'm assuming that's one of your healing potions.
You'd assume that, wouldn't you? But I'm not that smart.
Okay, what one are you trying to use?
Smoke stick.
You want to use a smoke stick?
Sure, why not?
So it's an action to interact with it and set it off.
Alright, cool.
Yep.
So with a sharp twist,
Yep.
all creatures within that area are concealed, and all other creatures are concealed to them. So we both just can't see each other.
Yep. So within 10 feet of where
for-
you are is within 5 feet around where you are is basically just
lasts
this
for
fixed.
1 minute.
Yeah.
So what's that like? 6
10
rounds?
rounds. 10
rounds.
Yeah.
So one action to do that, one action to chug a potion,
Okay.
which can be done by clicking it, I'm assuming. 1d8 hit points, use health potion minor. There we go.
Okay. Just straight up get 8 hit points back. Nice.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
And then I shall attack.
And then you attack with your final one. All right. Roll an attack.
I certainly... Wait, is Flurry of Blows one attack? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Flurry of Blows. Yep, cool. Make 2 unarmed strikes. Okay, so I just attack twice.
Basically, so you get your unarmed attack twice. Yeah.
Cool. Look, this son. The first one's alright. Don't think the second one's going to hit.
Yeah. So with the first one, you come in and you smack him in the side of the knee, and you hear him let out this growl of pain.
What does being concealed actually do for us? I just thought it sounded cool. I don't know what the mechanics do.
So basically concealment.
I was hoping I'd go first and be able to do it first, but he went
Yeah.
first. Because if it's at disadvantage, that's going to be a wasted 20.
It's not disadvantage. It'll be like a -2 or a +2. That'd be it.
Ah, cool.
All right, so you get the concealed condition.
Like, because it says I drop it on a corner of a square I'm on. So if I drop it behind me, I'm concealed, but he's not.
Okay,
Yeah?
so you have to pass a DC 5 flat check. So basically, roll a D20, and if you roll 5 or higher, you hit him.
Just hang on a sec. Because it says I place it on one corner of the square.
Yeah.
So...
Right, so what you can do is you...
behind
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Does that mean I'm concealed, but he's not?
Yes, it does.
Sick.
It does in
Done.
fact mean that. So yeah, if that's the case,
Behind me, chug a potion. Wham, son.
yep. Roll some
So this
damage.
I'm just gonna see what this does because it's 1d8 piercing damage. I don't know if this modifies it though. That is a d4, so not it. Hang on.
What are you piercing?
My wolf stance. So 1d8 plus where is it?
No.
Wolf stance. 1d8 piercing damage.
And then your normal damage is plus your words plus your strength modifier, which
Which
is 2.
is
So 5, so it's 7 damage.
times 2, isn't it?
Yeah, times 2.
Nice.
And then do you get any bonuses?
It just means that
Right,
if
what you've got to
I'm
do
if I'm
is
flanking, I can use it to trip him over and stuff.
you have to click to say that you're in wolf stance. So basically what you do is you see when you've got wolf stance open and it's got like
Yeah.
the effect item down the bottom for stance,
Yep.
you got to drag that onto yourself and then it lets you go into wolf stance, so it should change.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if where is my little marker?
No, it's already done.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
sick. Alright, cool.
So you get wolf jaws as an attack.
Oh,
But
cool.
so critical success, but you deal double damage. Yeah. So you don't
Yeah.
get any extra bonuses.
So if I hit damage 1d8 plus 2, yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
it's 5, because that's what I rolled originally. I was just
Yeah.
testing things.
We'll go with that one. So you've
Alright.
done 9 damage.
Times 2. 18.
Because you can just roll critical. That is an option.
Oh, okay. I did not
That's
know
fine.
that.
But I can just make him take double, so.
I'm learning.
No, that's not what I want.
Oh, so,
You're dead.
yeah. I hit him so hard and my wrist shatters my arm and I just fall unconscious.
And that's my bad. I accidentally had you selected instead of him.
I'm
Fine.
assuming I was on 11 hit points then.
Yeah, you were. So he
Break
takes...
your own arm.
Yeah, you hit him so hard that you break your own arm. It's fine, don't worry about it. Yeah, so that's a solid hit. Like, he is not in a good way. He lets out a roar of pain. But he is very much still going. So it returns to him now.
I'm into the smoke, bitch.
Yep. So he is going to just has to roll to see if he hits you. He's going to hit you with the first one if it hits. But not with the second. So we'll see how he goes. So he raises his shield again.
19 plus 2, is it because of the smoke or not? How that works?
So he hits you with the first strike,
Oof.
but he misses with the second. So he uses his first action to raise his shield against you again, and then he's going to swing into you.
Yeah. He almost killed me last time. Uh-oh.
But ignore the second one. So take 9 points of damage.
Hoo-hoo!
Oh my gosh.
How do I do that without seeing the damage thing? Do I just hit damage?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
I'm on 2. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Actually, he has a shield, so he's going to shield one. No, he won't. Oh no, he totally would.
I'm just burning through gold to win this fight.
I see.
Oh,
Actually,
that's
he
supposed
wouldn't.
to be through gold.
Okay, so
No point.
it is back to your turn, Luke.
Cool.
He's swung
Here
at
we
you
go.
again, but you're still standing at this stage.
So I can use flurry of blows with wolf jaws, or is that?
Yeah, no, you can use flurry of blows with wolf jaws.
Not,
Oh,
that one?
actually, hold on. Oh, for fuck's sake, really?
Apparently. Get wrecked, son.
Nice.
Yeah, last time no one rolled above a 10 except the DM. Now it's just
Nothing but nat 20s. It's
Yeah.
fine, don't worry about it. So he will block your first one with his shield, but seeing you come in and grab hold, he's gonna raise his shield to block it. So roll your damage.
Oh, sorry, was that the wrong one?
Oh, you can roll again.
Oh, good. A 1 on my critical. That's exactly what you want.
So the shield is gonna take 6 damage, which
So did the 12 hit or nah?
Yeah, 12. The 12 didn't hit, no.
No.
All right.
These 0 points.
Yeah.
Can I use those to reroll damage?
Yes, you can.
Sick. How do I get rid of hero points?
Right click on it.
Right, click on it. I found it.
Yep.
Boom. Don't be another one.
Okay.
That's how you do it.
So basically, you swing forward with your hands and you use the first hit to like just sort of gauge where the shield's at, and then you reach back and just basically with a solid fist just plunge straight through the shield and shatter it.
Oh. That's
You have now punched through solid steel. Congratulations.
nailed it.
Level up.
So that was just one action, wasn't it?
Yep. So you've
So I
got
can do
2
flurry
more.
of blows again, can't I?
No, you can only do flurry of blows once a turn.
Alright, cool. So I can just attack one more time at a -5, you said.
Yep.
Hang on a second.
Wow.
What was that? No, okay, so if I go -5 add that roll, that should automatically have the -5 on it.
It does. All right. Unfortunately, even with the shield in the way it is, it's still somewhat usable, and he's able to sort of use it to, being that he has the higher stature and all that kind of stuff, there is only so far up you can reach on him, and he's using the shield to basically, what little is left durability-wise inside the thing is to basically block your last blow that you swing at him.
Bring him down to your level, brother.
With my last action,
Mm-hmm.
am I able to quickly have a look at my skills real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Where is stealth? There. Cool. Can I use stealth to step back into the smoke, but a different position inside that smoke?
You can certainly try.
Bam.
All right.
17. Does the smoke give me any bonuses to stealth?
It's letting you do it.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Okay. So
That doesn't seem good.
Yep. So you sort of take these couple of 3 quick swings at your opponent, and then using the last one, you sort of push off the shield and jump back into the smoke, and yeah, everything seems to go quiet as even the crowd sort of hushes, being that there is no one that can see you at the moment. Well, some of the crowd can probably see you, but it definitely appears that Henry can't.
Nice.
Can I cheer him on inappropriately loud?
Yes.
Do I see you? I cannot see you.
No, you cannot see him. All right, so
Look out, Henry, he's behind you.
all right, Henry's going to drop.
Swing behind.
He's going to drop the shield and go into two-handed with the hammer. Let's see how this goes. And then he's going to come into the smoke and try and find you. So
I should have drank that potion.
with that, he is just able to find where you are.
Uh-oh.
And if he hits, it is going to hit.
Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, that's a 27.
Yeah, my little goblin corpse just comes flying out of the smoke and smacks against the wall unconscious.
Yeah, basically, you just sort of and like hits you square in the chest, and you sort of you feel like probably one of your ribs break as you're flung out of the smoke and up against the balustrade that surrounds the around the edge of the arena, and you just sort of and then down onto your knees and then face first into the sand.
What did you say that was? 27 damage?
No, it was 9 damage. It was a 27 to hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Should have that potion. Nice.
But there's a moment of silence, and then the crowd erupts as everyone is very there was a good solid fight, even if they couldn't see half of it.
Wish I could have seen more of it.
Just fists coming out of smoke, smashing through shields, and then just a little corpse comes flying out.
Yeah, essentially.
He's definitely unconscious, right?
Oh,
Yeah, he's unconscious. Yeah.
I cheer as well.
Yeah, nice.
Honestly.
All right.
Pain is but
So-
an illusion.
Pain is but an illusion.
Illusion that
Ah,
really,
yes, of course.
really hurts.
It does indeed very much hurt. All right, now, whilst all of this is going on, Matt.
Yes, sir.
Makarak has just been enjoying some time in the tavern, being back amongst those people that he has probably a mixed relationship with most of civilization, but, eventually you get lonely of just being by yourself and eventually need the company of other individuals.
Okay, he's probably sitting quietly at a table, drinking his beer, wishing the other guys would show up.
Well, that's basically it. It's been probably about 3 hours at this point, and you are well
Yep.
past the point that you guys were going to rock up.
He's kind of done nursing this beer, which has gone
Yep.
quite warm in front of him now.
Very much so. So what are you doing from here? You can, even from inside the tavern, you can hear loud cheers coming from outside the city. And you do remember seeing some larger, like arenas being set up just outside the eastern gate.
Sure. Alright. Yeah, I get up from the table,
Mhm.
throw a copper to the bartender for the beer. I
Yep.
didn't really drink, but anyway.
Yep.
Yep, and step out. Alright, I'll start heading towards the nearest roaring, I guess.
Yeah. So periodically you can hear like loud cheers and roars coming from just outside the like walls of the city. And it's not too long before you make your way outside the eastern gate, and you can see basically either side of the main road is various stalls. There's tents being set up with horses and various pages and, stewards running around looking after various nobles. You'd also see the arenas that have been set up for the melee, as well as the archery tournament and, the jousting arena behind them.
Fair enough. Alright, I guess I'll wander over to the melee ones. Archery doesn't really interest me that much.
Yeah, fair enough. So you walk over to the melees and roll me a perception test.
You see this goblin corpse appear in the air for a second.
18.
18? Yeah, with that, you would definitely hear a loud thud, and you sort of like naturally look over in that direction, and you see a familiar goblin that's up against the railings of one of these arenas. You can see there's blood pouring down his face. There's like his lips being split and bleeding and all that kind of stuff as he sort of falls to his knees and then forward into the sand as there's a loud roar of approval. And you sort of, oh yeah, of course, where else would he be?
No one's wailing on him, are there? And does there appear to be anyone attempting to help him? Medics,
Yeah, no,
otherwise...
there's definitely people moving towards him to tend to his wounds, and there is another man in the arena with him, but they're proclaiming their, adulation to the crowds at having just one victory.
Oh, that shield was expensive.
Well, it's about 2 golds worth.
Yeah. Imagine your shield just get broken in the first. Oh, I can't afford to replace it.
Okay. I guess I will start wandering over that way.
Yep. So you just sort of wander over and, you don't, make yourself known or anything like that, but you just sort of take up a position and wait for Kakaran to sort of come back to consciousness as he gets his various bruises and beatings tended to. And you sort of wait for the opportunity where he's just sort of sitting there alone, licking his wounds, I guess, at some point.
Sure.
Yep. Alright, so... What are you doing at this point, Kakran?
Oh, me. Oh. How many, how So I'm conscious, but I'm just messed up.
Oh yeah, you're conscious.
like,
You have
5
got
hit points.
you get 11 hit points back.
Oh, so I'm not too bad then.
No.
Yeah, I'm a bit dizzy, but otherwise I can maneuver by myself.
Essentially, yeah. You definitely saw
Yeah.
the healing that they have done has not fixed the broken rib. That's
No.
gonna need some magical. That's gonna need some magical healing.
No.
Church provides.
Goddamn
Church
right
does
it will.
provide.
Speaking of which, I got one of the bandages from the church. I'm trying to wrap it around myself like I saw in the hospital.
Yeah, no worries.
Can I roll medicine? I have a -1 for it.
You're not trained.
I mean, you
I
can
know.
certainly try. You might do more damage than you think. Actually, you know what? You probably would.
That's just out of curiosity. Yeah, I would have.
So you take 6 points of damage as you try and like use the bandages to wrap around yourself, and you're like, oh yeah, if I've got broken ribs, so that means I need to bandage it. Yeah, and you pull it really tight, and you feel like the rib move, and you're like, oh, that's not good.
You know what? I'm gonna just leave that bandage where it is.
No worries.
I would come over while he was there being tended to.
Yep.
As well.
Yep.
Pulling bits of metal out of my knuckles from the shield. I mean, ow.
Yeah, so you're feeling a bit sorry for yourself, all things considered.
Worldly experience. It
Yep.
hurts a lot more than I thought it would.
You've become very intimate with the feeling of a warhammer hitting your face.
That's one I will remember for a while.
Yeah, probably.
Stop complaining, chosen one.
This is not a complaint. This is a mere statement of fact.
You sound like a small child whinging about the lack of toy. I don't care if your bones are broken. If Nona heard this, she would come and beat your ears.
Pain is but an illusion. But illusions really hurt.
You're chosen to fight many battles. This will build character. Get up.
I hobble to my feet and try
Yep.
and stretch it out a bit.
Yeah, you try and stretch it out a bit. You feel it pop back into place, and you're like, "Oh, no, you're gonna need to sit down for a little bit longer."
It's okay. I take you over to sit. You love me. You know this.
Oh, scared the crap out of me.
Okay.
You did very well. I am very
Well,
proud
that was
of you.
the semi-finals, quarterfinals.
All right, but first, we need to do the Battle of the Ages.
Here we go, sweetheart. You're up. Go, sister. I think you're next.
Do you have any healing potions left on you?
I mean, I do.
Give them here.
I have exactly one left.
Give them here. I need them. All right, but probably in the same arena that you were just fighting in Kakaran. They've taken a bit of time, probably like 5 or 10 minutes to, get rid of the blood out of the sand and, scrape it back down so it's a bit more even and all that kind of stuff. Trying to pick out some of the bits of metal out of the ground. But now that that's done, they announce the Kara versus Azula fight.
Well, should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
What
Seen
are
the-
current odds looking like in the lead up to this?
Your odds for this fight are like probably 3-1. So,
I have one gold left.
you have one guy. Because you didn't get anything out of that one. How are you?
On Henry.
So how much have you been putting down on Henry, Hendo?
It was just the 1 silver.
Just the 1 silver?
Yep.
You would get 2 silver back.
Nice.
Okay, but with that, the two of you head into the arena to square off, is that correct?
Well, I've still got 1 gold left to Luke, so if you want to put another 1 on me, there's already 3 that'd make it 4. That'll still leave us 1 gold, 6 silver, and 6 copper. If we go and beg at the church, if I lose, then at least we're fed for the night.
I am removing the 1 gold piece right now.
Yeah, good.
Remove coins. There we go. I now have a total of 2 silver, 5 copper. Win me big, little sister. Ah.
Okay.
Is this where Azula intentionally throws the fight for them to win more gold?
I mean, it'd be the nice thing to do.
It'd be the right thing to do after your
It would
years-
not, however, be the honourable thing to do.
That would not be honourable in this fight, no.
Yes, it would.
The most honourable thing would be for us both to do the best that we can.
The best that you can is to lay down, let her beat you for all the enslaving that your race has done to ours and everyone else's. Be the bigger elf thing. Take the fall.
I do my work.
Go down in the second round. Make it look good.
You just like beating up goblins.
All right.
I've never been up a goblin.
And you never
Don't
will.
feel kind much at all, really.
Yeah, you don't see us at all, exactly. You just step all over us and don't even notice.
All right, I need to focus.
Yep.
I'm just in pain.
But it'd probably be around that point where you are both called to the arena.
As we go down, I will have Floxy on my shoulder,
Mhm.
ready to drain bonded item to cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
I have no illusions of winning the championship. I just want to win us our money back.
You're probably still wounded too, aren't you?
No, I'm fully healed. I didn't take any damage in the second fight.
Nope. Because basically she walks in there and apparently for some reason the people that she fights against are just incapable of hitting her. Her
Well,
face must just be that cute.
People probably don't really want to hit things that look like children too much in public.
Fair. I can understand that.
So I wanted to do like a diplomacy rally the crowd as I go
Mhm.
down, using my bullhorn spell to be able to
Yep.
reach them all, and using Floxy.
Yep.
I rolled another nat 20.
Yeah, so basically you walk down as if you're Rocky Balboa coming out to fight.
Oh no, I skip. I skip joyfully. I skip adorably and joyfully. Like, this is really good. I've never done the fighting thing before, but I'm excited.
Yeah, the crowd is literally going insane for you right now. People are like, packed on your side of the arena. Like, the arena is packed, but there's a good extra, like, at least 20% of people on your side of the arena as opposed to everywhere else. Like, you have won the hearts of these people. At this point, it probably doesn't matter if you win the entire tournament. They'll still love you, no matter what happens. All right, but with that, you guys both walk into the arena, and the official walks in as well. Lets you sort of get yourself sorted for a moment before calling you both over.
Hello. Oh, hello.
I did give you that potion, by the way. It's out of my inventory, so I hope you have it.
Yep, I'll up my inventory.
Okay.
Don't
What
hold
will
back. Do your
do?
best.
I mean, if you want to hold back, you can. If I lose this, I will lose all of my money.
Ah, yes, of course. The most unsettling thing for the little girl to tell you.
I won't have any money to sleep in the hotel tonight. I will sleep on the streets. I will probably have everything I own taken by thieves, and I don't know what they will do to my body.
It's all right. The church provides.
So you're saying you will feed us?
Well, you guys have done a service today, so we can definitely negotiate that.
Yes, but wouldn't you feel bad beating up the light of the city?
No, not really. You knew what you were getting into. And that's what this is all about.
You know what? I like you. I respect you.
Same to you. That is why we will both do our best today.
All right, with that, you both take a couple of steps back and ready yourselves as the official sort of puts their hand up, sort of gestures for Kara. Yep.
Hey.
And then sort of nods and looks across at Azula. Yep. Right.
No.
With that, they just sort of holding their hand up and just drop it between the two of you. So roll initiative.
Here we go.
Okay, let's figure out how things
That's a 19 total.
Oof.
work.
There we go.
Why did initiative say perception? Is that what initiative is?
So you can roll initiative on different skills for different situations.
Right.
So what did you roll, Veronica?
19.
So what is it for a battle then? The type
Battle
of-
runs off perception.
Okay.
Yep. I think there are feats that can let you roll initiative off of different skills for battle. But like, say for example, there was going to be like more of a diplomatic situation where we'd sort of need to go into rounds because it was a fight, but it's more of like a fight with words than it is with like, you might roll initiative, but in that case it might run off diplomacy instead of perception or something like that to see who sort of gets the better position, like, you know, like who gets the moral high ground, so to speak, to start with. All right, but so in this situation, it appears that Kara has the initial high ground of the fight.
Yep.
So what are you doing?
Well, she doesn't have any testicles, so I'm going to go for the kneecap again.
Okay, so you take a quick step forward.
That's a 13.
You hit her, but she is wearing some pretty solid armor, unlike some of the other people that you've fought so far. And it just sort of seems to bounce off.
And then I roll a natural one.
Okay. And yeah, with that, you sort of beat onto the armor, and it just sort of... It's a lot thicker than you're expecting. Like, she's actually got proper armor with a shield and all that kind of stuff, whereas the people that you fought so far, like, they basically just had some leather on, essentially, for want of a better term. And in this case, you're a little bit taken aback by how solid it is, and it actually hurts a little bit when you hit her.
Oh, we're not eating
Yeah.
tonight.
No. Is there like, I know monks can make senses and stuff, but can I use my final action to go into like a defensive sense? Is that?
Well, you did 2 attacks, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you moved to get up to Azula and then did 2 attacks. That's your 3 actions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a 5-foot step away. No, all good.
Yeah, well, it was, but that's still an action.
Are they not? Is 5-foot stepping not a free action in this?
No.
Oh.
No. But you have 3 actions a turn. That's how they get away with it, because you've got more actions. They can do things more leeway-wise. But anyway.
All good. It's just a different system,
Yeah.
so getting used to it. Cool.
All right, Azula, what are you doing? You've watched the little goblin wail on you with her shillelagh, and it just hasn't seemed to do anything.
Well, it was very fast.
Yeah. It was quicker than you're expecting, and like, you've watched a couple of her fights, and she does seem to know what she's doing with it. But doesn't really match up to your training.
Oh, that sounds like ego.
It does.
Beat that out of me.
Oh god.
I
Flagellation.
All right.
All right.
Well, I go in with my longsword.
Cool. So are you raising your shield to up your defense a bit? So the way it works is you can spend an action per turn to raise your shield, which increases your AC by the shield's AC, and then it also gives the option to basically block an attack with the shield once in as a defensive action.
But that would be best to do at the end of my attacks, right? Like the third action
It
would be then
doesn't-
attack.
Doesn't necessarily make a difference if you wanted to do it first or last.
We're in the middle.
So it does.
Yeah.
Sorry, does that take a reaction then? Like that's
No, so the way it works is you use an action to raise shield,
Mm.
which gives you the bonus of AC from the shield to your AC. And then as a reaction, you can shield block, which basically means you put the shield in front of the attack, and the shield takes the brunt of the damage instead of you.
and I don't have to save an action to do a reaction, or I
Nope.
do?
No, you always get one reaction per turn.
All right. Well, I will go with my sword.
Yep.
Twice.
Swing
And then-
twice and then raise
yeah.
shield at the end. Yeah,
Mhm.
cool. All right, so roll your attacks.
That's going to be my standard attack.
Yeah, that's going to be your standard go-to.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a whip just for flavor.
Oh.
What I meant, but all right.
Oh dear.
19.
Yep, so you swing in with the sword, hitting Kara across the chest, and you instantly feel the bite of the blade into you. So roll some damage.
So I just press damage.
Yep. Take 6 points of damage, dear.
See how they oppress us.
And then I try again, but this
Yep.
time it would be -5.
So there should be an attack there underneath your sword that has the map -5. That's the one you use.
Miss.
With a 13, you're going to miss, but you definitely swing close. She's a lot harder than the other individuals that you fought so far, Kara. Yeah.
And then do the shield thing.
Yeah.
You're not.
All right.
So what does the shield give me plus AC?
So-
Or
Yeah, so what you do is... So in the shield's description, it gives you a +2 AC bonus. So it increases your AC to 20.
Yeah.
And then when it's raised, you can use the shield block reaction, which basically means that you put the shield in front of the thing and it takes the damage.
Okay. Yeah.
I can just see it now having like a loadout where you have like 6 shields and you just keep doing that until they die and then you pull out another one.
Now we get quite heavy.
Yeah.
That's a 23 to hit.
That's gonna hit. That's
You raise the shield, but you're finding something small, so you're still copying the knee.
yeah. So are you once again going for the knee?
Yeah, because it
I mean, this-
works. It literally does. If you blow someone's kneecap,
Yeah, I'm aware.
But I do the reaction, right? So it'll hit my shield instead.
So yeah, you can use the shield, the raise shield action, and basically you put the shield in front of it. So roll your damage, dear.
And my shield's going to take it.
that's a 10 total.
10 total, and then the shield has hardness 5, so the first 5 is done by the hardness, and then the shield takes 5 damage, so your shield has 15 HP left.
That's pretty. Shields are good.
Yes.
Yeah, shields are good.
Shields are
Yeah,
good enough.
they made shields really versatile in this, and this is without any feats. Like this is
Yeah.
just standard shield play.
Yeah, right.
And
Is
they
there any way to get around it?
you can only do it once. So if you hit again, she can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I get 2 very small bucklers,
How'd you go with the second hit?
That's all right. I forgot I wasn't going to hit because of the damage I took. I was going to back up and take a potion.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, so you take a quick step backwards,
Mm-hmm.
carefully getting out of her range, and
Yep.
pull the potion out. So,
How much do they heal? What die?
so if you look on your character sheet, you'll actually have a healing potion. Which is in the box. Only have the one. And then if you click on use healing potion, it should just do it automatically for you.
I should have 2 because there was
2?
the one that he gave me.
Oh, so you had one standard? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
No, that's all right. I thought you only had the one that he gave you, so all good. So if you click on the name for the healing potion, it'll come up with more information, and then it'll have the option to use healing potion.
I get 3 health back.
So, why did you take damage?
I did it the wrong way around. Okay?
Yeah, nice.
I'm
Good
bad.
job. All right, so with that, you take a quick step back and chug the potion. All right. Zula, it is back to your turn.
All right.
Oh, before I do that, I was just like, not very honorable fighting a little one with the shield.
I'm in battle zone,
Are
so I don't
you?
actually hear.
Yeah, that's fair. But are you trying to play on the crowd?
It's not very honorable being a goblin.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, roll a
It's like-
diplomacy test.
It's like, I can't afford all this metal. You're wearing metal armor, have metal sword, you've got a metal shield. All I have is a little stick and you're twice the size of me. So much for honor.
Roll a diplomacy.
I don't even hear the crowd.
So, can I use Floxy's diplomacy bonus in this? Since Floxy's flying around.
No, she's because she's not with you.
Cool,
Yeah.
that's a total of 20.
Okay. So it's a fairly hard check simply because you're in the middle of a battle and trying to do all of this whilst also defending against somebody that is actively trying to hurt you. It's hard to get your point across, but you do hear a couple of people booing from the sidelines, but nowhere near as many as you were probably hoping for, as I'm assuming Azula takes a couple of steps forward and prepares to swing again.
Oh,
Yes.
I was mostly doing it to mess with her honor and her code of being honorable. If it gets the crowd over, that's fine, but I'm not I'm rolling the diplomacy checks to see if the crowd is, but I'm not intentionally trying to be like, hey crowd, shame her.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
it backfires because you doing that would be considered a dishonorable act by the honorable elf.
Nice.
I don't really care, I'm a goblin.
No, but
This guy I hit in the nuts.
yeah. But like Azula said, she's pretty much in the mode, so she's just completely ignoring everything you're saying at this point. So, yeah, she'll have taken a step back. So what are you doing?
So I step up to strike again.
Yep. So, like I said earlier, that step forward will take one of your actions. So, yeah.
Miss.
Unfortunately, yeah. It is a little bit hard to fight her simply because she is that much shorter than what you're used to fighting. It's like fighting a child.
No, it's not.
No, it kind of is.
No, I fought halflings.
Yeah, fighting a halfling is kind of like fighting a child to you.
No, it's not.
Okay, fair enough.
I haven't fought a child. I fought halflings. Their
Yes.
honor demands as much.
Yes, but the halflings were at least over the age of 8.
Not for long.
Excuse me, I am 9.5.
I do the shield.
Yep. All right, so you strike at her once, missing, and then raise your shield up again. Prepared.
Yep.
Yep.
Preparation.
No worries. All right, back to your turn, Kara.
Is there anything tricky I can do as an action to try and get around the shield?
Blow a raspberry in her face, make her confused. I don't know.
Okay. You could always try and feint her.
What does that run off?
Deception.
Oh, didn't know that was a thing. There you go, we learned something. This is why these are good, because no one dies if we learn things.
Exactly. That's why I was hoping for fighting.
What's the DC?
It's against her perception.
I only have a bonus of 1 to my deception.
That is unfortunate.
I would try it. You know
Okay.
what? I would try it.
Yep. So roll your deception. and it's against Azula's natural perception, so that's a DC 13.
To 17.
Okay, so you are able to, because Azul is so in the zone, she's a little bit too reactive to you when you strike towards one side, and then you fling around and swing at her other side, aiming for the same leg again, so roll your attack. But in this case, you're flat-footed. So that
This
will
is an
be...
11 total.
No, that's not going to do it, unfortunately.
But good try.
Mm.
Cool. And I will. Would she still be flat-footed from the feint, or is it only for the first attack?
No, it would only be for the attack straight afterwards. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I'll move back.
Okay. So you take another quick step back, and you hear the crowd getting closer every time you do this from behind you. All right.
Oh, like I would do it sideways then. Like I would not be purposely backing myself against a wall. I'd be like moving around her.
Yeah, there's not much room in here. These are only like 15 by 15. Oh, no, sorry, they'd be 20 by 20.
Oh.
So you'd be forward, and so you'd be about 10 feet from the edge at this stage.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, Azula, what are you doing?
Same.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my fighting style is not very. I don't have a lot of it. I go forward, have a strike.
Yep.
See how the oppressor tries to back her into the wall.
Are you trying to?
Oh,
run
dear.
around for me?
By the
That
way,
is-
I have a helmet on, so people can't tell that I'm an elf.
Eh.
Well,
Wow.
Just not up with me.
maybe by my physical figure, but tallness and grace and all that, but not my head.
Yeah.
Head.
So with that, you just sort of lunge forward towards her as you take the step forward, and you try and sort of feint out of the way to like,
Fuck.
yeah, but she reads you like a book. So roll the crit damage.
Oh, that's not great.
So that's 14.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. So with that, you basically, would you try and strike her with the pointy end, or would you try and make it non-lethal at the last second?
If I see that I've got a definite hit on him,
Yeah.
then it would definitely be non-lethal.
So it's basically in this, like, you'd watch as time slows down, which is something that happens for you when you know you're about to do some serious damage to someone. And you watch as she tries to feint out of the way, and basically in doing so, she's basically lunging into your sword. Yeah. Yeah. So basically at the last second, you drop the blade and just hit her straight and square in the side of the head with the pommel. And Kara just drops onto the ground, just straight, unconscious, nothing.
Clean.
Yeah. There's this moment of silence from the crowd, and then
See
there's
how he puts us out and leaves us on the street with no money.
but as you go to say that, Kakaran, there's this enormous roar from everybody else in the around watching the fight. As yeah, even though a lot of them were on Kara's side, there's still, plenty more there that are just there to watch the fight as a whole.
No one's going to listen to any kind of criticism from someone who lost to fucking Henry. So those
Nice.
last two words really loud.
Who's Henry? I hear him ringing in my ear.
All right.
Nicely done, Haley. Man, shields are like, that's
Yeah.
the thing in this.
Yeah.
Can I fix it before the next round?
So, does somebody have mending? Because mending is now one of the most useful spells in the
Yeah.
game.
I mean,
Oh,
ask that fella. He had a hammer.
don't think he had the.
I
could ask
did
the
not
blacksmith.
clip it today.
No, that's unfortunate.
Is there you know how they have a cleric around? Do they have an armorer around who's like fixing people's?
It would take some serious time to be able to fix your shield.
On the bright side, sweetheart, unless he has a second shield, he's going to the next fight without one.
He's as
He probably
fuckoed.
borrows one of his other watchmates. My accent's gone.
Nice.
Well, I'm pretty sure the prize is a shield. Maybe you could ask to borrow it. You know, test it before. Test it before you actually win it.
Try before you buy.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works.
That's not how
You
that
don't
works.
know unless you ask.
I'm not going to ask.
Nice.
Oh,
Good choice.
coward.
Do I happen to look around, because I would know some people around here because I've gone on trips with caravans before and bodyguarded.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know anyone around here who knows that I know that knows that spell, who is like
you wouldn't know anyone that has.
Borrow theirs.
Sorry, what was that, David?
I was going to say, you don't know anyone around that's very handy at the moment that wouldn't be very busy that has mending, but you know Matthew has a shield.
That's right.
Yes.
And his isn't injured.
No. He got severely outclassed in his round. He tried, and it just nothing happened.
Matt, can I borrow your shield for this round?
Yeah, I thought that might be the case. Yeah.
Thank you. And it's just a normal shield.
Yeah, it's just the exact same as yours.
Yeah, you got anything special from his mama?
No.
What are you trying to scrape every advantage? First you beat up small folk, and now you want to steal my kill.
For like 20 seconds.
I mean, not steal my kill, but, you know, beat up the man I already softened up for you.
Nice.
Do I come to at any point?
Yeah.
I haven't taken a hit.
You would regain 9 hit points. But you have a solid headache.
Against him.
Henry's about to kick my ass. I'm not really.
I would like to go up to Azula and shake her hand and congratulate her on winning. Just when I come to, I'll be like, "Where is the not demon lady?"
She'd be off to the side.
I'm right here.
Yeah, I'll go up to her and I'll like, you know, Floxy on my shoulder, and I'll like go and like, "That was really well done. My head hurts. That shield is very good. I think I'm better at people with testicles and no metal. But thank you very much."
You did excellent, especially for this being your first event of this type. You did very well. I'd be proud to fight alongside you one day.
I look forward to the free food tonight. Bye.
Well, you guys would probably be all just keeping to the same area at this point. Your next fight against Henry is going to be in the same arena again. So, yeah, at this point, you guys would have your own little area, probably because you'd made it this far into the tournament. You'd have your own little area where you can all sort of relax, and they'd be bringing you some food because, you know, it's probably been 4 hours at this point of fights. So, and you made it into, like, you know, the semi-finals, so you were fairly decent in, you know, pedigree-wise, so they're probably giving you some food and some wine free of charge.
Excellent.
Thank you so much. It's her shout. Oh no, it's free. Okay, thank you.
Watching drunks fight.
Yeah.
It loosens you up, keeps you limber. Don't suppose drunken boxing is a thing.
I'm sure there would be some feats for drunken brawling.
Get people dressed up in full plate with gauntlets and just dropping this boxing.
When they say bring back the blood sports, this is the kind of blood sports they're talking about. 2 men pissed as a pair of nits going at it with gauntlets the size of knuckle dusters.
Completely unable to stand up in the arm
Yeah.
because they're a bunch of weaklings.
2 goblins sitting on top of each other in a suit of armor. Don't ask me.
No, it doesn't work.
Is the tassets, you just like the one on the bottom, the crotch spot would literally be where your face is because the tassets would come over like a hat.
It's appropriate for a crotch goblin.
Crotch goblin. Well, I feel like at that point you'd probably need 3 goblins because you need 1 for each leg of the armor.
Yeah. We just sort of have to jump to make it walk.
Or the gnome could work.
The gnome could work.
You just want everyone to work, don't you?
All right, but whilst you guys are waiting for your next round, so it's going to be at this point Azula versus Henry. Did anybody else want to do anything? So either Lucille or Macarac. Is there anything you guys wanted to do in between the downtime?
You gonna get against me, Lucille?
Always.
Do you really want to know how that's going to go?
Yeah.
You'll have to
But
wait and find out.
And that is where the chaos ends for this episode. Stay tuned for more adventures next time.